Monday morning in a remote Shipibo village in Peru's central Amazon. We're 8 hours by river from the nearest hospital. The local medical post is packed with people waiting to be treated.
Dolor de cabeza, dolor del cuerpo, de todo. No podía caminar también, por eso no venía.
Here, nearly everybody has COVID-19 symptoms. Inside, there are only 2 nurses and 1 assistant for 750 people that live in the community. The medical checkup is basic. They weigh the patients, check their temperature, and then send them home. The head doctor abandoned his post when the pandemic started, leaving Elias, a Shipibo nurse, in charge. He's trying his best with what he has.
Los medicamentos esenciales que nos ha dado el Ministerio de Salud, ya en estos 3-4 días ya se nos agotó totalmente. No contamos con analgésicos de paracetamol. Todos estos medicamentos que usted ve es para otros casos que podamos atender a diario.
The queue outside is for those able to walk, but many others are stuck in bed. At midday, Elias begins his daily round to visit his patients.
¿Cuánta gente hay enferma acá en toda la comunidad?
Y a toda la población, la mayor parte de la población, un 80%.
Wow.
El mito ya es un boom, todo.
¿A ti también te has dado positivo?
Estoy positivo ya.
¿De cuándo?
Antes de ayer me tomó positivo.
Y así igual dices que salí a trabajar.
Igual también fui a visitar a mis hermanos que están postrados en campo.
Elias has come to check on Reina, a 32-year-old man who has been sick for the past 2 weeks. There are more than 10 severe cases in this village. This is the front line against COVID-19 in the remote Amazon.
Él es el hermano Reiner Barbarán Fernández, que está con todos los síntomas de la COVID. Estamos trayendo para ponerle una ampollita y la segunda dosis de ivermectina para nuestro amigo Reiner.
¿Cómo sabes que es COVID?
Porque ha estado con todos los síntomas y por la debilidad que él siente no puede levantarse.
Mi corazón, lo que palpita. El corazón quiere parar. Ese está atacando.
Reiner's wife, Karina, is extremely worried because her husband is barely eating. She has tried to isolate him, but they still share the same hut with the 4 children. Reiner has lost around 17 pounds in the past few days and still has a fever. His body is clearly still fighting the virus.
Cuidarse nomás, de no abusar del calor ni del frío, porque si él se descuida, estoy seguro que se va a complicar.
Caimito is one of hundreds of communities in the Amazon now affected by the pandemic. Here, 4 people have died with COVID-19 symptoms in the past few days. This adds to the death toll of hundreds in the whole region.
Remote villages like this are completely exposed to the advance of COVID-19. Nearly 80% of the population in this village is infected according to medical staff. And with the nearest hospital 8 hours downstream, those who develop a critical condition have very few chances of surviving.
And 8 hours downstream in Pucallpa, this is what you have. People dying at the hospital doors. Inside there are no beds left. Patients hold on to their lives. Others are in a very poor state.
Ha sido bastante difícil, como le digo nuevamente, ver gente morir, ver gente pedir ayuda y no poder ayudarlos.
The hospital is short on staff and running low on oxygen. With only 4 intensive care beds, the waiting list is long. but only 1 in 10 in a critical condition will survive.
This is the COVID area in one of the main hospitals of Pucallpa. Doctors here have to work 12 to 18-hour shifts under 40 degrees Celsius. The heat under these suits is practically unbearable. You feel like the mask is melting in your face.
Pucallpa, like many Amazon cities, has been hit hard by the pandemic. And outside you can see why. Despite the forced lockdown imposed by the government, the economic hardship has forced many to the streets. Social distancing has not worked. Back in Caimito, the evangelical church has organized a service. The pastor has his own version of the pandemic.
Habrá guerras contra naciones, oigo hermanos, y habrá pestes, aún todavía no es fin, dice la palabra de Dios, hermano, pero el que persevera hasta el fin, este será salvo. ¿Cuánto decían, hermanos?
Elias, our nurse, did not show up at the church. He did not agree with social gathering. The next morning, he decides to make his own statement.
A toda la población de Caimito, por favor, quiero que escuchen y entiendan una vez más que esta enfermedad no la hemos ganado. Seguimos desobedeciendo las órdenes del gobierno. No estamos respetando el distanciamiento de 1,5 metros, 2 metros máximo. No estamos respetando las no reuniones, no en las iglesias, no jugar deporte, no jugar vóley, no jugar bingo. Medicina en el establecimiento de salud ya no lo tenemos. Entonces, si nosotros no tomamos las medidas necesarias, vamos a seguir muriendo.
If communities like Caimito continue to be neglected by the authorities and carry on as normal, Elias' fears might become a reality.